Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It is Friday, the 15th of December, and this is my second video today. If you haven't already seen my first video, I've popped a link up in the right-hand corner. And you'll notice that in my voice, I'm not quite as chipper as I have been recently. That's because Harry's court ruling has just been announced. Now, this is the court ruling where Harry alleges that he was the victim of more than 140 instances of illegal news gathering, and trial, when it took place, tested the evidence regarding 33 of those stories. The judge has made his ruling this morning, and this is exactly what's happened. The High Court, Mr. Justice Fancourt, has ruled that there was extensive phone hacking by Mirror Group newspapers from 2006 to 2011, even to some extent during the Levinson inquiry into media standards, the judge adds. Mr. Justice Fancourt ruled the ex-Mirror CEO Sly Bailey knew of hacking and turned a blind eye. The High Court rules Prince Harry was the victim of mobile phone hacking by the Mirror Group newspapers and awards him £140,600 in damages. The judge says that his personal phone, that's Harry's personal phone, was targeted between 2003 and 2009, and 15 of the 33 sampled articles were the product of phone hacking or the product of unlawful information gathering. The judge said that while the sum is modest, it also reflects the hurt experienced by the Duke of Sussex because of the Mirror Group newspapers' concealment of wrongdoing. The judge stressed he found Harry's associates were also unlawfully targeted by MGN, which is Mirror Group newspapers. In a statement, a spokesperson for MGM says, "We welcome today's judgment that gives the business the necessary clarity to move forward from events that took place many years ago. While historical wrongdoing took place, we apologise unreservedly, have taken full responsibility and paid appropriate compensation." In the judge's summary ruling, he said that "I have found the Duke's case of voicemail interception and unlawful information gathering proved in part only. I found that 15 out of the 33 articles that were tried were the product of phone hacking of his mobile phone or the mobile phones of his associates or the product of other unlawful information gathering. I consider that his phone was only hacked at the modest extent and that was probably carefully controlled by certain people at each newspaper. However, it did happen on occasions from about the end of 2003 to April 2009, which was the date of the last article I examined. There was a tendency for the Duke in his evidence to assume that everything published was the product of voicemail interception because phone hacking was rife within the Mirror Group at the time." Lawyers for Prince Harry began by saying he's unable to present today due to short notice, but they say he has prepared a statement on this momentous win. Reading the statement, the lawyer said today is a great day for truth as well as accountability. He adds unlawful information gathering and ruling forward was carried out at all three titles on a habitual and widespread basis for over more than a decade. Prince Harry thanks his legal team for dismantling the sworn testimony of Mirror Group, and Harry's lawyer David Sherborne says the case is not just about hacking, it's about seismic and appalling behaviour followed by cover-ups. He says the shocking scale have only been revealed through these court proceedings. Sherborne added that the Mirror Group board of directors, legal team and editors such as Piers Morgan clearly knew about phone hacking. Harry's lawyer continues saying that the ruling makes clear principal board directors and legal department senior executives and editors such as Piers Morgan clearly knew about or were involved in unlawful information gathering. He added that between them, they even went as far as to lie under oath at the Levinson inquiry. The journey to justice could be slow and painful one, he added, saying that defamatory stories and intimidating tactics have been deployed against me. That's Harry's lawyer, David Sherborne, reading from Harry's statement. Continues that the court has confirmed that all four claimants were subject to voicemail interception and unlawful information gathering, but no one would have believed that given how this case was covered by the UK. Harry adds that his commitment is based on the need for free and honest press, and one which is properly accountable where necessary. On behalf of Prince Harry, Shelbourne says that the Duke of Sussex respectfully calls on authorities, the financial regulators, stock markets and the Metropolitan Police and prosecuting authorities to do their duty for the British public and investigate bringing charges against the company and those who broke the law. Today's ruling is vindicating and affirming, Shelbourne adds, saying it has been a worthwhile price to pay. The mission continues, Shelbourne finished. With regards to Piers Morgan, the High Court has ruled that in a highly significant part of the judgment, Mr. Justice Fancourt listed times when Morgan was said to have been aware of phone hacking and the evidence had not been contested. He also said that he found evidence about Morgan's involvement to be credible and it had not been counted by the Mirror Group. During a key part of the case, the now royal author Omid Scooby recalled an incident he'd witnessed when he was a student intern at the newspaper group working on its 3 a.m. girls' entertainment desk. He told the court that in 2002 he had witnessed Morgan discuss an article about Kylie Minogue, and Morgan, the then editor, had asked the journalist how confident they were about the story. Morgan was told, Scooby recalled, that the source had been a voicemail. The judge said that recollection was supported by evidence of an invoice from a private investigator related to obtaining Kylie Minogue's mobile phone number and that of her then partner James Gooding. Omid Scooby said that the incident had stuck in his mind because it had influenced the decision he made about what kind of journalist he wanted to be. Yeah, Scooby, that's not working out for you right now though, is it? And isn't it funny how Harry's calling about misinformation and proper rulings and blah blah blah, yet only last week he was called out for misinformation himself. Don't get me wrong, I don't think anybody's phone should be hacked. I think it's wrong and immoral. But the judge said I found Mr. Scooby to be a straightforward and reliable witness, and I accept what he said about Mr. Morgan's involvement in the Minogue Gooding story. No evidence was called by MGM to contradict it. However, in Omid's book, he writes several things about Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan has literally said that is categorically wrong. In Endgame, he says that Piers Morgan had private phone calls and that she thanked him for his support of the monarchy. Piers Morgan has stated multiple times that that never happened. I don't think Mr. Scooby is a reliable witness at all, because if you actually go on looking at the facts of his two books, Finding Freedom and now Endgame, they are full and peppered with lies. Now, while I may not be Harry's biggest fan, it's also right that this should have happened if the paper was found to have been doing this. And it seems like they had enough evidence for this ruling, be it only 15 out of the 33. It's going to be very interesting to see how Piers Morgan responds, because we all know he's going to respond. As and when he does so, I bet we'll all be on tenterhooks, because he's literally been called out in court. And I have to state that Piers Morgan denies any wrongdoing, and he categorically refutes these allegations. Now, Harry got less than he asked for. He actually asked for £443,000 in damages, but because the judge only ruled on 15 of Harry's claims in court, that's why he was awarded a significantly smaller amount. I'm going to say this again. I don't like Harry. I'm not his biggest fan, but you all know that. But phone hacking is disgusting and wrong. And you all know me. I am fair and well balanced. I don't sensationalise things. And I bring you, or I try and bring you, the information as fairly as I can. There are a couple of things that I want to just clarify about this. The media are reporting this as a huge win for Prince Harry, and while yes, he kind of won, I'd just like you just to remember a couple of things. Prince William had already settled this case in 2020, and it was for an estimated £1 million, and he didn't have to pay legal costs. So Harry getting the £140,600 is very small in comparison. He also put 33 articles up in evidence, and he only won 15 out of the 33. So while people are saying, oh my god, it's a win, it's kind of half and half. He did win, but not all his 33 articles that were tested in this case were successfully proven to be hacked. And we can't forget the words that the judge said. He said that Prince Harry was probably hacked to a modest extent. But I think the major thing that we have to always remember is that now Prince Harry is trying to claim that he's done something absolutely momentous, when in fact Prince William had already done this, but just kept it quiet. So the information was already out there, it had been tested. It's just Harry, being Harry, had to just go in all guns blazing. So he didn't get all his 33, he only got 15. Do you class that as a win or not? The one thing that kind of sticks in my throat a little bit is the fact that the judge accepted Omid Scooby's evidence that Piers Morgan knew about phone hacking. Omid Scooby is not a reliable witness, and that's been proven in court. When he was called out in Meghan Markle's case against the Associated Newspapers with regards to her father's letter, they were both called out in court. And that's what sticks in my throat. So, as always, I would love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that this will change everything with regards to Harry? Will it bolster him some more to sue more people? Will it make him even more trigger happy? Do you think it was the right ruling? Do you think the judge got it right? And do you think that Omid Scooby is a reliable witness? Because I don't. As always, oh, allegedly. I mean, that's my own opinion, I have to add. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Sorry, just had to get that one in there. Before I leave, I have some member shout-outs. Now, you don't have to do this, but I have a membership on my channel. So, members that have joined recently are Laurelie, Catherell, Rebecca Page, Stephen Nye, Ritzy, Erin, GC Wittig, Janice Blakely, Prof. Shalia, Mila Maria Yelranko. Love you all. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.